Hello, my name is Terry. I'm the owner of the YouTube channel FX Starfleet. I just wanted to introduce myself as I do Forex swing trading. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's trading Forex currencies. I use 1 4-hour charts and look at the daily chart for a trend direction, which can turn on a dime, especially on currencies. But there's not a lot of people that trade this way out there. Most that's on YouTube do 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, and even 30-minute charts. I don't look at anything less than a 1 hour. And you may ask, why do I do that? And I do it because I'm following the so-called big boys, what everybody calls them. That's the ones that move the markets. You can tell on Fridays that they're not there by the amount of volume that is lacking. It's like cut in half or even more on Friday, more than any other day of the week. So that would tell you that they're not there. They're the ones that move the market, and Friday is a wacky day. It's just in a tight trading range the whole day, except for non-farm payroll, and then after that report comes out, that 1 hour candle, it stays within that range. So there's no reason to trade that. So I don't trade on Fridays either, except to come in and look, see if there's a potential trade set up, or to move a stop, or to move a target profit, or even a trade might set up. Now in Forex swing trading, there may not be a trade every day, and that does happen. So you have to be willing to be patient in this type of trading that I do, because I wait for a particular setup. And low risk trade is what I look for. Very low risk trade. Usually 30 pips at the most is willing to risk. But I don't never get that much. It's usually less. The least I've ever got was 4.5 pip risk, $4.50. Everybody can afford that. But I don't take 8 to 10 pips off like most traders do. That's why they're called the average Joe, and that's why that the brokerage houses say that the 95% of traders that trade with them lose their account money that they put into it, and sometimes more than once. I had done that myself. I had actually done it twice, blew 2 separate accounts. After that, I said, okay, that type of strategy, which I followed too, with 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, and even 15 minute, the people I'd followed on YouTube, until I came up with my own strategy. I started trading in 1998, trading buying penny stocks, and a few stocks that were didn't cost as much, but they didn't move as much either, and it just consumed time. And then I went to trading options on stocks, and that didn't take as much money, but it had to move in your direction, because the limited amount of time that you had on the trade to work, that if it didn't move immediately, because the clock was ticking on you, so to speak, that the chances were that you were going to lose money. And so I moved away from that and started researching on the internet about other types of trading to do. And I'd never heard of Forex trading, or I've heard of currencies, because each country has a different currency, but I didn't know that you could trade those. So I started researching that, and then was able to go to a company, Wanda, that's who I use to do my trading. I do my trading with them, and started trading with them using charts on a demo. Starting out, I started looking at charts religiously, staying up late nights, late during the week, even when I had a job that I had to get up, at 5 o'clock or 5:15 the next morning to go to. So just religiously I started printing them off. Even demo trades I made, why I got in, where my profit target was going to be. First half I was going to take half off, because I started noticing when I'd done research through the charts, because of the different ranges on each currency, that's what I would do. I would actually cut those in half of whatever the ranges were, and each one of them are different. So I started trading it. Was able to double a demo account in less than a year. So I opened a real trading account with real money, no prop firms or nothing, because I don't want to pay for that. I'd rather be able to learn it like the way I learned it, if that's such a word, learned. And then by 2006 I started making just as much money at the end of 2006 actually as where I was working. At the time I was making a little over $20 an hour, so I was making pretty good money back then, and I started making more doing swing trading, because I could look at it on my lunch hour at work, during my 2 breaks, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and then when I got home, and then look at it in the evenings before I went to bed. And I came up with seeing patterns consistently, the same pattern over and over and over and over and over. So once I started doing the research on it and figuring out the numbers, I didn't know how to write JavaScript code. Didn't really know a whole lot about that, but I did happen to have a friend of mine who worked in that field at that time, and I asked him if he would look into writing JavaScript code where this thing would pop up and alert me when everything was set up for it. Now, I don't have 20 different indicators, which I've seen people have on YouTube. I basically have 4, and so I had arrows that would pop up that he created for me. It took us about 2 weeks to get all the bugs and everything out of it before I was able to start using it in my trading, and that was in 2007, and I'm still trading today, 2023. So going on 17 years of swing trading. I've not gone back to trading 1, 3, and 5 minute charts. I've been there, bought the t-shirt, and I burnt the t-shirt, so that way I don't go back to it. Because I know there are people out there that does trade that, but they got to make a lot of trades to be able to make so much money a day. I don't make a certain amount a day. I don't have a goal for amount of the day. I let the charts tell me where I'm supposed to get in, where I'm supposed to get out. So that number can be totally different for each trade. Sometimes it could be more. The most I've ever been in one trade was 2.5 weeks, because it continued trending. Hadn't had a lot of those, but I have had those. So this is something that's new to you. You may want to follow my YouTube channel, subscribe to that. Do live streaming. So I've been working on doing live streaming. I had done it for about a little over a month, and there wasn't anybody coming. I actually put marketing into it too, but I'm not trying to get like Taylor Swift or Kardashian subscribers numbers. That's not what I'm in this for, because I want to be able to give back and be able to teach others what I have learned, and give them an opportunity like I had to be able to trade from home full time, and be able to get my wife at home as well, because she was working full time. And so that's what I want for others who want to be able to trade that way. Now, if you're working a job right now, you can trade swing trading, because like I said, you can do what I've done. You can look at it before you go into work, look at it on your first break, look at it at lunch, look at it on your break in the afternoon, and then whenever you get home and in the evenings. So it gives you plenty of opportunities to look at it, as opposed to if you're following somebody on YouTube, which there's a ton of them that trade 1, 3, 5, 15-minute and even 30-minute charts, but they have to make a lot of trades because they feel like they have to make a certain amount of money every single day, and I was one of them that was like that. And of course, like I said, I blew 2 accounts trading that way. And I started researching on the internet, on YouTube, and I started noticing that these guys that were trading and were if they happened to call out trades, were not trading with live accounts. So I started unsubscribing from those. And then the ones that would have, like they do now, there'll be some that have a lot of wins and losses, whether it's on the day or by the week or by the month or even by the year. I've seen some. Those are very deceiving, because you have to know the number of pips that they've gotten for all those trades they've made, and then divide it up and see what the average is. And the brokerage houses, whether you use a Wanda or Goldman Sachs or any of these others that allow trading currencies, they're the ones that say their average traders that trade with them on average get 8 to 10 pips per trade. I don't do that. I get a lot more than that. Now, I will have some losers, but my losers are very small. So that's the way that I trade. If that's something that you're interested in, you're welcome to subscribe and follow me. If I get an overwhelming response to go back to live streaming, then I will do that. But it'd have to be over 1 and 2 people. I'm not going to be able to do that on, because my time is valuable, just like your time is valuable. But I am willing to give my time up and not charge anything to be able to do that. But I welcome you to be able to come in if you want to be able to learn this type of strategy, and to eventually I want you to just not follow me. My goal is that you make money by not following me, but you start learning, and then you're able to do this yourself, and you don't need me. That's the whole point. I don't want you to have to depend on me. I want you to be able to learn it on your own, following me, and then you branch off and you don't need me anymore. Because most of these YouTubers, they have to have you so they can keep building subscribers and more likes and views and all that stuff where they can get paid by YouTube. I'm not in it for that. Like I said, I'm not trying to get Taylor Swift subscriber numbers and likes and all that stuff, because I don't subscribe to them. I don't want to know what they do every single day. So I mean, if you want, welcome you to come, be able to follow me. You can get in the chat. If I do wind up getting a lot of response for doing live streaming again, that way you can ask plenty of questions, because you still can on my YouTube channel by going under the video and the comments section and just commenting or asking a question or making a comment, and I'll respond to you quickly, except unless it's overseas and I'm sleeping, then there's going to be that time zone difference. So you just have to bear with me on that. It's not that I'm ignoring you, is it the time zone difference. By the time I get back up and I look at it, then I'll be able to respond, but it could be 8 or 9 hours later, so please be patient with that. But I look forward to be able to seeing everybody and talking to you, and hope to see you soon.